I'm 101 years old, and I need to tell you the biggest lie society ever told you about marriage. It's a lie that's destroyed more relationships than infidelity, more than money problems, more than falling out of love. And the worst part, most people believe it their whole lives. I believed it too. Almost cost me the best thing that ever happened to me. But before I tell you what the lie is, and I promise I will tell you, I need to tell you about my husband, Henry, because he's the reason I know the truth. Henry and I were married for 41 years. 41 years of coffee in the morning. 41 years of him leaving his socks on the bathroom floor. 41 years of building a life together. And you know what else? 41 years of fighting. We fought a lot. We fought about money. We fought about the kids. We fought about his mother. Lord, don't get me started. We fought about things so small I can't even remember what they were. There were nights I went to bed angry. Nights I slept on the couch. Nights I looked at that man and thought, what did I get myself into? And here's the thing. If you saw us from the outside, you might have thought we had a bad marriage. But we didn't. We had a real marriage. And that's what nobody tells you. Here's the lie. Happy couples don't fight. You see it everywhere. In the movies, in the magazines, on social media. Those couples posting pictures with perfect smiles, acting like they never had a disagreement in their lives. And you look at your own relationship, the arguments, the frustrations, the moments when you can barely stand each other, and you think something's wrong. You think, maybe we're not meant to be. Maybe I married the wrong person. Maybe happy couples don't go through this. Baby, that's the lie. Happy couples fight. Good marriages have conflict. Two people who spend their lives together are going to disagree. That's not a sign of failure. That's a sign of honesty. The couples who never fight, either one of them is lying or both of them have already given up. I had a friend named Patricia. Beautiful marriage, everyone said. She and her husband Richard never raised their voices, never had an argument in front of anyone. Everyone thought they were the perfect couple. They divorced after 7 years. You know what Patricia told me? She said, Claire, we never fought because we stopped caring. We just coexisted like roommates. They didn't fight because they had nothing left to fight for. Henry and I, we fought because we cared. We fought because it mattered. We fought because we were two stubborn people trying to build something that would last. And it did last. 41 years. Now let me tell you something important. I'm not saying fighting is good. I'm saying conflict is inevitable. There's a difference between fighting and destroying. Henry and I had rules. We never called each other names. We never brought up divorce as a threat. We never went to bed without at least saying, I'm still mad, but I still love you. That last one was Henry's rule. He'd say, Claire, I don't care how angry you are. You tell me you love me before you close your eyes, because we don't know if we'll wake up tomorrow. Lord, that man was stubborn, but he was right. The fights weren't what mattered. What mattered was what happened after. Did we repair? Did we come back to each other? Did we choose the marriage over our pride? Every single time we did. That's the secret nobody talks about. Marriage isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about surviving it. Together. You know what Henry used to say? He'd say, Claire, we're not fighting against each other. We're fighting for each other. Sometimes it just looks the same. That changed everything for me. Every argument wasn't us versus each other. It was us versus the problem. Two people on the same team, even when it didn't feel like it. I remember one fight. Must have been 1987 or 88. I don't even remember what started it. But I said something I shouldn't have. Something cruel. I saw Henry's face change. He didn't yell back, he just got quiet, grabbed his keys and walked out the door. I thought he wasn't coming back. I sat in that kitchen for 3 hours, crying, praying, bargaining with God. He came back around midnight, sat down across from me, and he said, "Claire, I'm never going to leave you, but you can't talk to me like that. I'm your husband, not your enemy." I never spoke to him that way again. That moment taught me something. Marriage isn't about being right. It's about being kind. Even when you're angry, especially when you're angry, you can win every argument and lose your marriage. I've seen it happen. Now here's the other part of the lie. People think happy marriage means feeling happy all the time. That's not what it means. Happy marriage means choosing the same person over and over again, even when it's hard. It means waking up some mornings and not feeling in love and staying anyway. It means watching that person get old, get sick, get difficult, and saying, "I'm still here." There were seasons when I didn't feel in love with Henry, seasons when he probably didn't feel in love with me either. But we stayed, we waited, and the love always came back. Feelings come and go. Commitment is what carries you through. I see young people today giving up at the first sign of trouble. We grew apart. We're not compatible anymore. The spark is gone. Baby, the spark is supposed to go. That's not failure. That's just the fire settling into something deeper, something warmer, something that keeps you warm for 40 years instead of burning out in 2. But you have to stay long enough to feel it. That's what marriage is. It's not a feeling. It's a decision. It's waking up every single day and choosing that person again. Not because it's easy, because it's right. Henry wasn't perfect. Lord knows I wasn't either. But we chose each other every day for 41 years. Henry passed away 22 years ago, March 14th, 2003. I was holding his hand when he took his last breath. And you know what I thought about in that moment? I didn't think about the fights. I didn't think about the hard times. I didn't think about the nights I slept on the couch. I thought about the coffee in the morning, the way he hummed in the kitchen, the way he reached for my hand in the middle of the night, even after 40 years. That's what stays. The love stays. The fights fade. So here's what I need you to understand. If you're in a marriage right now and it's hard, that doesn't mean it's broken. That means it's real. If you're fighting with your spouse, that doesn't mean you chose wrong. That means you're two human beings trying to figure it out. Stop comparing your marriage to the fake ones you see online. Stop thinking something's wrong because it's not perfect. Perfect marriages don't exist. Real ones do. And real ones are messy. Real ones are hard. Real ones require you to say, "I'm sorry," more times than you want to. But real ones are worth it. Here's the truth I wish someone had told me at 25. Marriage isn't about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person. You can marry a saint, but if you're selfish and prideful, it won't work. And you can marry someone difficult, but if you're patient, forgiving, and kind, you can make it beautiful. Henry made me a better woman, not because he was easy to live with, because loving him forced me to grow. That man was worth every fight, every hard season, every moment I wanted to give up. I'd do it all again, every single year. Now tell me in the comments, What's the best advice you've ever received about marriage? Or if you're not married, what's something you wish someone had told you about relationships? I want to hear it, because we learn from each other. And if you're sitting there thinking about giving up on your marriage, wait, just wait. Give it one more try, one more conversation, one more I'm sorry. You might be closer to the good part than you think. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to sit with my coffee and think about Henry. That man drove me crazy for 41 years, and I'd give anything for one more.